Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Sage Canaday on the North Island of New Zealand. How are you, Sage?
I'm doing awesome. Happy to be here.
It's pretty awesome. You're sort of new to the whole season into the trail ultra scene, but actually less than a year because Chuckanut is
This weekend.
Yeah. So
1 year anniversary.
Yeah, and you're already to the point where you get to travel to awesome opportunities like the Tarawera Ultra.
Oh, I feel really fortunate for that.
Yeah, you probably didn't think you'd hop right into the trips to New Zealand and what have you.
I did not think I'd end up here. It's a dream come true.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's sort of, we were just talking about, it's not really the first big race of the season. Races sort of used to start in March. It was way too cool, and Chuckanut, and it's March here with Tarawera, but you already raced Bandera. How'd that go?
It was great. I had a really fun time. Didn't get lost. Didn't fall either.
Good job.
So yeah,
double win.
So yeah, that's always a major concern, and I do that. I felt a lot better. I felt a lot stronger doing 100K at Bandera than the Ultra Race of Champions, just because I had more experience with the distance, and it's still a really long way for me to go. So I'm still learning the ropes on that, but it's manageable enough. It still sounds far, but as long as I don't go off course and run extra distance, that's a main goal always.
Yeah. And did you win that one?
I did, yeah.
The course record?
I didn't get lost, and I snuck under Dave's time by a couple minutes, so that was...
not Mackie, yeah. Who had the...
Oh, Mackie had it, yeah.
He had it,
yeah,
okay.
So I got that by a couple minutes, so that's kind of an added bonus. And it was muddy. There was rain down there, and I don't think it's usually that muddy, but there's kind of some mud on the rocks, and there's a couple pretty rocky sections, so that made it kind of challenging for me too.
It is technical.
Yeah.
Or some of the sections.
Some of the sections are technical.
So 2 months since then, what have you been up to?
Mainly, I had to take 2 weeks off after that. It was really my first injury scare that I've had in my whole running career. So like going into that race, I was kind of injured. I had pretty bad shin splints, and it hurt like about 2 miles into the race. It started hurting really bad, and after the race, I was so beat up, I knew I could barely walk, and I was just like, I'm going to take 2 weeks totally off and not run, which is the longest break I've taken in about 5 years from running. But I did do some biking, and I had fun with that, some snowshoeing. My girlfriend got me out there, so it was really fun to kind of change it up. And when I returned to running about 6 weeks ago, my shin was 100%, so...
That's good.
Is there any wood to knock on here?
My head.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Did you find it, refreshed your drive or your desire at all?
Oh, for sure. I mean, being in Colorado and not really being a skier, it was good to get out and experience the snow, snowshoeing, and from all those different angles. And it's so mild in Boulder, like you could go out and ride your bike still, and the roads are clear most of the time. So it was good to recharge, kind of mentally too. I think it's good to change things up and take that break and slowly get back into shape.
Nice. Well, you've got you took your break, and now it's time to hit the ground running. With how do you see the competition here?
Oh, it's a loaded field. You got all these international athletes coming in, and not knowing the course too, it's kind of hard to say how things will stack up. I know the weather's going to be an issue too, because I came from Colorado running in hat and gloves and jacket, and it's probably going to be in the 70s.
And you're in
Fahrenheit
a nice
here.
sweatshirt right now, but
it's well, you get out in the sun running hard, and you'll be sweating. Like yesterday, I was running shirtless, and it was like I wanted to go for a swim in the lake after about an hour. So that'll make it interesting, and the trails will just be fun to get out on and explore. A lot of single track, a lot of rolling hills. So we'll see.
Yeah. Aside from your running, you've got a video project. I mean, you're always doing your videos with VO2 Max Productions, but what are you working on this year? It's something bigger.
Yeah, I'm hoping to kind of put together like a little documentary. It's kind of unofficial right now, but I'll do some highlights on YouTube, but I'm hoping to film like throughout the year. If I get to travel to Europe a couple times maybe. Obviously the scenery here, I've been filming. I'll get some race footage and some interviews hopefully with key players like you and some of the top athletes, and I just want to kind of introduce a new perspective of how the sport's evolved with sponsorship, but also with like runners moving up in distance. You got runners like Max King and Anna Frost and Ellie Greenwood that, they mix it up on the roads too and in shorter events, and then they're moving up in distance, and how that's kind of changed the dynamic of the sport.
Even in the last 6 months, Trent Briney, Emily Harrison.
Trent Briney, exactly. So I'd like to interview them, and just because it's changing so fast and it's growing so fast, and some of the changes I think people like to see, and then some of them they don't. So it's good to get kind of different perspectives on that, and then also capture race footage from around the world and kind of my experience running and trying to make it as a living, basically.
One thing that I noticed, I could tell last night hasn't changed. You're still new to moving up in the ultra scene for a year now. Your parents came all the way to New Zealand to like be part of your experience. Like, what's that like, having them behind you?
It's really nice. They're so supportive. They've always been really supportive of my running since I started in middle school track even. They come to my races, so it was a great surprise to hear that they were going to come out here and support me, and that's a lot of that helped me improve a lot in running over the last decade, was my parents' support and everything they've done for me. So I'm just really thankful that they could do that and that they put in the time and effort. So big thanks to Mom and Dad.
There you go. Well, enjoy your time here in New Zealand.
Oh, thank you.
And have fun this weekend.
Yeah, I will. Should be awesome.
And now for a bonus question. I don't know how I didn't know this, and having known you for I guess a year now and a bunch of races. You've been a vegetarian your entire life.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's my parents' fault. Not really. I should say I was born and raised vegetarian, ovo-lacto, and I've tried meat on and off, but it tastes like a foreign cuisine, and it's weird. And I think I could get enough protein basically without it, and I've been doing well. So basically built out of cheese and peanut butter.
Nice.
Those are main protein sources, but I try to eat as many fruits and vegetables as possible. And I took a couple nutrition classes in college at Cornell, so I like to think I know a little bit about what I'm eating, but it's been an experiment, and you always have to monitor your iron and B12. As an endurance athlete, I think anyone does. So that's kind of what I've taken away from that. But it's easy to find stuff to eat in Boulder.
Yeah. Do you take supplements for those key nutrients?
Yeah, I'll take vitamin D, B12, iron. I don't take as much iron now, though. I don't know, my iron somehow went up. But I just, try to eat a balanced diet and eat healthy. But I'll take those vitamins just in case, because I know I don't eat as balanced as I should. I indulge in sweets a lot, and pizza, pasta, pancakes.
You can run a lot of miles.
Yeah,
I think
it helps you get away with it. So,
yeah. Cool.
No, it's part of my lifestyle.
And you can run well with it.
Yeah.
Cool.